Tight end time. What's going on, everybody? Nameco over here. I'm Dustin. Welcome to Fantasy Smack Talk. Before we get into those tiers and rankings, our app, we're submitting it to the App Store mid-July. We're hoping to have it up well before the season. We'll have a link to it up on the homepage when it's ready. And also, to remember that it's early July when we're making this video. Our updated rankings will be on the site, so if someone's hurt or someone gets a DUI, no need to put in the comments, "Oh, nice job on..." We'll fix it. It'll be updated on the site.
So the one guy that's probably not too pleased right now because he is classified as a tight end, and as a tight end, he is leaps and bounds better than everybody. Tier of his own, Jimmy Graham. The 27-year-old, I mean, he's just a stud. Almost 90 catches, about 1,215 yards, not about exactly, and 16 touchdowns last year.
Unbelievable.
These numbers can easily repeat. The guy's a stud.
Tier 2, it's kind of 2A, 2B, kind of what you're looking for here. You know, Rob Gronkowski might have slightly higher upside, but he has injury stuff. And then Julius Thomas, we have him ranked just a little bit higher, just because he plays with Peyton Manning. You know he's going to have another solid year.
All right, as we move down to Tier 3, there's a lot of interesting names, by the way, in tight ends. A lot of these mid-level, Dustin and I were just talking, this kind of tier is right going to be in our wheelhouse where we're probably going to spend a pick on if we don't take Jimmy early. And that's two guys I really like to highlight is Jordan Reed and Pitta. First, Jordan Reed. RG3 loves this kid. He's a great route runner. And in that offense, there's a ton of weapons. Garcon, Deshaun Jackson now. So he's probably going to be getting some nice coverage and a single coverage. So look for him to have a breakout campaign. And then Pitta, gotta love him. Whenever he did come back last year, he was very productive. And that's the reason they let Bolden go to San Francisco. Pitta was supposed to be the possession guy. I think he will this year. PPR leagues, great guy to snag a little bit later.
And even if you don't get any of the guys in the first 3 tiers, there's still some interesting guys in Tier 4. I want to talk about Zach Ertz out there in Philly. Deshaun Jackson's gone. Someone's going to have to catch the ball out there. You know, we'll see what Macklin can do if he can stay healthy. But Ertz is just one of those guys. You know, typically it takes tight ends a few years to get to that point to where they can have, you know, fantasy relevant seasons. This could be the year for him. Definitely breakout potential. And the last guy in this tier is Ladarius Green. He's out there with San Diego. Antonio Gates had another solid year, but he's just getting so slow out there. You know, eventually, you know, someone's gonna have to swoop in, and it's pretty rare. You know, normally this only happens at the running back spot where you're just waiting for that next guy to get his chance, but it's rare that it happens at the tight end spot. But that's kind of what we're waiting for with Green. This guy's a freak of nature. We're really excited to maybe see him out on the field a little bit more this year.
And as we look at Tier 5, I'm going to be talking about Gates, but before I talk to the old man, 34-year-old Gates, let's talk about the young man. That's Eric Ebron with the Lions. Now, a lot of you people are going to think we have him ranked entirely too low because he's getting all kinds of fantasy sleeper hype. Calvin Johnson's still the man out there. Red zone, you're going to throw it to Calvin. Golden Tate's another solid receiver, and he is a rookie tight end. He's still pretty raw. I don't see him being on the field 90% of the snaps anyway, so just tread lightly, don't reach for him, at least let him fall in your lap if you're going to get him. And then Gates, for all the reasons Dustin said, is the reason he's ranked this low.
And the last tier, couple of young guys to talk about. We got Eifert with the Bengals. You know, he's a guy that came into the league.
Shocker you chose to talk about the Bengals.
Yeah, he's a guy that came into the league big in college. You know, it's going to take him a couple of years. That's why we got him this low. You know, this could be, you know, a nice step for him this year, but probably, you know, a year or two more before he really has a lot of fantasy value. But tight end 2, deeper leagues, definitely got to take a look at. And the last guy I want to talk about is Adrian Robinson with the Giants. It's not that we love him that much, but we don't mind his situation. The Giants typically will use their tight end in some way, and there's really not much else out there for them anymore. So, you know, he's a guy that you definitely are going to keep an eye on, and again, deeper leagues or as a tight end 2.
And you'll hear the name just because he's a freak in nature. He's a monster.
He's a big boy.
You'll be hearing it. So that's it. Check out all of our other videos that are going to be up. Please like, post friendly comments, or where you think we screwed up things.
Not so friendly.
Feel free to call me the Village Idiot as always. For Dustin Barkley, I'm Brett Nameco. Good pen flip.
That was a good one. Everyone's going to remember that. The tight end pen flip. That was a really good one.
Yes, it is. I just tell you, we're going to get more comments on that than anything.